My name is Alma Maravilla, and I'm a parent leader with Innovate Public Schools. I would like to speak to you about the importance of having different high-quality school options available for our children. I have two daughters who grew up attending Redwood City District schools. In my work as a nanny, I had a sad and a powerful experience when I realized the big difference that exists between the quality of different schools here. The children that I took care of were economically well off and attending charter schools. I saw the homework they were doing, and I noticed the huge difference between the math and reading level of those girls and my daughters, although they were the same year in school. The difference between what their schools were expecting them to do was obvious. This was so frustrating. All of this made me feel that I was causing harm to my children, but not providing them with the best possible options. I could not afford private schools, as many wealthy families choose, and there were no charter schools in Redwood City at that time. When I asked for tutoring services, they told me that the district did not have those resources. They also told me not to worry because other kids were doing even worse than my daughters, which did not make me feel better. That's why I was so relieved to hear about the parents' movement bring a rocket ship school to our city. And I got involved and enrolled my daughter in less than 2 months. I already see a big improvement in my younger daughter. She used to struggle in school, but now her teacher is able to work closely with her and address her individual needs. My question to all the candidates is, in your opinion, what role should non-district schools options play in our community, including public charter schools and private schools?
I think that there needs to be a wide variety of options available to parents so that they can choose which option works best for them.
So as a candidate for city council, it's difficult because, as you heard, we have council decisions and then we have school decisions. I think choices are the best decisions you can have before you. And I support everything from choices from early education on to even trade schools. I would like to see us bring back trade schools in our community also. Not every child is going to go to college nor wants to go to college. But have you ever had a plumber lately? Do you know what they get per hour? That's a pretty good job. So I would support all kinds of education. And I think the choices, I think absolutely support. I'm sorry you had to experience that, but what I'm standing up here as a mother of kids who went through the public school system, and I commend you for identifying with and saying, I want to do something. And you took a stand and did it. That is huge. For every parent that does that, that is huge because you care about the education of your children. So keep that voice alive and keep choices alive. And those of you that are in the public school system that are not charter schools, get as much participation in that school as you can also.
Thank you. Shall
So Redwood City School District has been working for a long time to be a district of choice. And it has worked for a long time to make it possible for families to choose the school that they want to go to within the district. I would love to have this parent energy that's here tonight in all of our Redwood City schools. In all 16 of our Redwood City schools. Some schools have that and some schools do not. But what I would like to see is this kind of engagement, this kind of energy when we're making decisions about our spending, when we're making decisions about our curriculum, and when we're making decisions about all of the different pieces that we're thinking about as a district. I'd love to see these voices helping us make those decisions in the Redwood City School District.
I am the product of private schools. The father of my children, however, is the product of only public schools. So my children have done it all. They've done private, they've done public, they've done charter, they've done online, they've done every option. And the other thing was that sometimes, for example, my daughter just graduated here from Sequoia. When my daughter started high school, she did not want an online program, and yet I really felt she should. So she tried an online program, K-12 online, and did not like it. And yet her senior year at Sequoia, what did she want? Cyber High program of Sequoia. So sometimes the right thing one time is right later on. Lo que acabo de decir es, yo soy un producto de escuelas privadas. El papá de mis hijos es un producto de solamente escuelas públicas. Mis hijos han hecho de todo, tanto en los privados como en los públicos. Ya se me acabó el tiempo.
Thank you for the question. I do believe in school choice. I believe that parents and families ought to be able to choose which school they want to go to. That makes the best learning experience for individuals. I have worked the last 8 years on the school board to make our schools the best they can be. We have 16 elementary schools in the Redwood City School District that the school board's responsible for. And we work hard to make those have some amazing programs. And I think they've gotten better and better every year. We have Spanish immersion, Mandarin immersion, where kids are learning both languages. We have parent participation, we have neighborhood schools, and we have project-based learning schools. As you know, sometimes these don't work for everybody. So private schools have always been an option for people that can afford it and choose to make that choice. The Redwood City School District Board has approved 3 charters, and so that's offered another choice for those families who want that choice. So we have a lot of choices in Redwood City, and I do believe in choice.
I honestly didn't think I could get sadder, and you made me sadder. This is not meant to be defensive, and this is not meant to be an excuse, but the Redwood City School District faces the same thing you face. All the districts around us get about $10,000 more per student than we do. I do believe in choice. I visited KIPP, I visited Rocket Ship. I think parents always have the opportunity, or should have the opportunity to do what's right for their children, their family, because it's a very individual decision. We've worked really tirelessly in the district to try to have equality. We have community schools so we can provide support functions for families that don't have as much, so that we help them with housing, we help them with clothing, we have food distributions, we have after-school programs. We work tirelessly with funders going out and trying to get extra money so that we can provide additional services for all of our schools. But there just simply isn't enough money, and your comment just breaks my heart, and I'm sorry.
So as a parent in the school district, I absolutely appreciate all of the options that we have had to choose what school that our students, my own children, attend. But as far as what role a non-district school plays, I would just say that I would hope and expect that all of our schools, whether public schools, charter schools, private schools, that they consider the needs of all of the students in our district, and that they ensure that every child is able to thrive and succeed in that learning environment that their parent has chosen for them. And just as our school district collaborates with our city leaders, I would hope that our charters and our private schools would collaborate with them as well.
So my ideal is to actually stay together as a community. I'm from San Carlos, and we had the first charter school in the state, the Charter Learning Center. And when I arrived in that district with a kindergarten child, the San Carlos district, 6 of our 7 schools were charter schools, kind of operating very independently. And I actually did quite a bit of work to get our schools to pull together as one community, and that's easier in a small community. But so our schools were dependent charters, and even with our independent charter, we acted like we were one community. And I think that's really important because the school board needs to really be responsible for every kid in the community. So even our dependent charter, we thought about them. And we even started a single fundraiser for all schools rather than different fundraisers at each site. And we found that when we pulled together, we made more money, a lot more money. We found that as a community, we cared about every child. And I think the most important thing, like if one school got full, all schools were funded equally. And I think that's harder to do when we pull out. It's harder to do. So if a school is struggling, my ideal is that as a community, we come together and not punish the school, but say, what does that school need? Like go to the principal, go to the teachers, what do you need?
Thank you. It's not enough. We have to cut it off. Laura?
Thank you. I believe families and students should have options. I personally have benefited from having options when it comes to my education. I want to tell you a little bit about my work. I work at a small school, a charter school in East Palo Alto with 7th through 12th grade students. We have about 320 students at our school. We are a college prep school, and we support our students and help them succeed to get to college. I think that we're lucky in our high school district to have options for our students, charter schools, larger comprehensive high schools, continuation high school, adult school, and we're just so lucky to have these really great schools in our district. But small schools are special because students who don't want to be at a large school can go to a small school and get the one-on-one attention they need. And if they want, college prep specific theme, they can go there. Okay.
Thank you.